Well, it is that special time of the year where everyone starts as equals. Far back in the distance, memories of last season, positions and points tallies on the last day, that's all now irrelevant. It is all about the ultimate prize that lies a long way ahead. That buoyant feeling is here. New start, fresh hope. Get the season off to a flyer. The fans are believing. So what a stage for the players to take to here ahead of such an important game. So everybody starts on nothing. Last season is in the past. We are all equals.
Yes, Peter, and I believe that year on year the game is going from strength to strength. It's impossible for that not to happen because of the increasing wealth. That attracts the best talent and management and, of course, greater expectation. The boundaries have to continue being stretched and to the limit. Supporters have an insatiable appetite to want more excitement and entertainment, so let the show begin.
And that gets things running. Forward it goes. Back to the keeper and try something new. Chiellini. Rabiot. Alexandro goes looking. Medel. Could move up a gear here. Antonio. Goes for goal! It's there! And Bologna take the lead. That's no fluke, it's what he was there for.
Oh, players like this fella almost have a sixth sense to get themselves in such great poaching positions. How quick-minded was that?
Bologna grab an early lead. Good start. Bologna are enjoying this surprise lead. He's gone for it! And he's there to make a great save.
Well, as tests go, Peter, the keeper has just received an A+ grade.
Arthur goes short. So who's he picking out? Oh, he's got the ball glued to his feet. Arthur gets it out to the wing. Tries to get it forward quickly. Big chance, must be!
That's just very well played. He can't hurt you with his back to goal, and he didn't go for the back heel.
It's a fabulous... Antonio! That's a half-decent try.
Good effort, very good effort. He would have at least wanted to make the keeper work, though.
De Ligt drives it forward. Cuadrado. And it's Morata, looking to get within range. Well, that's one way of trying to make things happen. There's a few who could follow that example. Hoists it forward. Arthur. And they've got it back as soon as they gave it away. And we've reached half-time. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football, but one that still had its moments, but ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game up to now.
Well, you obviously have to give credit to the front for the half-time lead, but I think the midfield can really pat themselves on the back too. They worked tirelessly for me.
Bologna, the happier of the teams, heading in for half-time, 1-0 up. Well, the action has already resumed here.
Well, 1-0 may be good enough, so they may err on the side of caution and get more players behind the ball instead of running beyond it. They could even try to spoil it from here, we'll see.
And here's Morata. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Has a hit! And that has skinned the post.
Cristiano Ronaldo nearly produced a moment of magic. He knew the strike was pure.
Shot at goal! Oh, that's a terrific save from the keeper.
The keeper really dug out his defence then. A magnificent effort.
Just brushed off the ball there. And it's played forward. Christian, he'll hit it! Disappointing finish in the end.
Well, I think a little eagerness just got the better of him. He may have been thinking about back-page headlines there.
Good challenge, he just stood firm. Out towards the flank. He's been bundled over, that is a foul. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket, it's just a stern lecture. And it's hoisted clear. That's the sort of defending that is going to upset the opposition. It already has, actually.
Well, he's the spearhead to the attack, and they need to blunt his chances.
He's not played the ball, that's a foul. Bernardeschi, Morata shoots! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Quick thinking and quick control, Peter. That creates a little more working space.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. It's going to be a double change then.
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
Chiesa. Oh, that's neat. Forward it goes. It's Morata! And that's that. Day one, job done. The perfect start they craved. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, pre-season and all that hard work has been worth it now. A winning start that gets everyone in the right mood.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin. A very good evening to you all. Well, good evening to you and welcome on this most perfect evening for a game of football. Conditions are absolutely splendid and the folk of this town have come out in their droves for this match. Why wouldn't they? It is an ideal circumstance for what could be an ideal game. Everybody has been attracted to it. It has been the talk of the town and the buses have been packed, double-decker buses lining up outside. Coaches have carried thousands of away supporters here too, and all of it adds up to make a terrific, a crackling atmosphere. The match, I think, will be quite a spectacle. So what a stage for the players to take to here ahead of such an important game. And already we're underway here. Plays it back. Antonio! Marvellous goal!
Bologna are really pouncing on any stray passes in midfield. We're talking seconds from interception to the back of the net. It's counter-attacking heaven.
Bologna go ahead, 1 goal to the good. Up towards the front line. Bologna picked up 3 valuable points on opening day, and now a chance to build on that. Looking to hit the front line, cuts it out. Forward it goes. Well positioned to make that interception. And back to base. And it's played forward. That's a decent ball. Bologna scored early, of course. And the score is 1-0. Knocks it away. And they've got it back as soon as they gave it away. Well, the crowd clearly like what they just saw. Some real no-nonsense defending. Antonio. And here's Palacio. He's had a big chance! Back of the net! And they're at it again in double quick time! That is just remarkable, the amount of bend he got on that.
You know, Peter, from the moment it left his foot, it looked unstoppable. That was thumped.
So that's 2 now without repeat.
Second goal has given them so much more command and confidence now, and they should be able to take it on from here and either add to their lead or close it out. Surely they'll manage one or the other.
It's a loose ball. And he's there to cut it out. Now he's gone for it! Tries to get it clear. Good effort, and it is right on half-time. Reflections on the first half?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
Bologna in control at half-time, 2-0. And we are already promptly back underway. Changes made by neither side, from what we understand. Well, that's where he wants it. Medel. And they're not going to make any further progress now. And the counter is on. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. And it's Palacio. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. It's being played forward. Over to the left. Hoists it forward. He's had a go! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Oh, look, I don't want to sound too dismissive, but from here, that looked the harder thing to do.
Tries to get it forward quickly. He's made sure that that won't get through. And it's played forward. Palacio gets into a dangerous position. Oh, real danger here. He's got away. Goes for goal. And he nearly went all the way.
Oh, that's an excellent try, and once he picked it up, he headed forward with real intent.
Glick plays it forward. Defending of the desperate variety. Glick tries to get it forward quickly. A long ball, but not especially accurate. De Silvestri. The ball has crossed the line, and it's a throw. Final checks on the touchline, a change about to occur.
Well, to wait until now to make this change seems a bit baffling. He's expecting the miraculous to turn this around from here.
And that's put paid to a promising move. Palacio pushes to get on the end of it. Brought forward. What does he try from here? Antonio! Hits off target and by quite a way. Couple of changes then in quick succession. Hetamai. Iago Falque. And here's Lapadula. Medel battles to win it back. Palacio. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. So they bask in their win, a genuinely professional performance and a result which is well deserved. So Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Yeah, looking back on this, the early goal had a big influence on what unfolded and allowed them to dictate with comfort.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all. Well, good afternoon, everybody. It is terrific to have you along for our live coverage of this eagerly awaited contest. It should provide some terrific entertainment on what is turning into a rather imperfect afternoon. The weathermen rarely get it wrong, and they have warned us that there is rain on its way. Shouldn't be bad enough in any sense meaningfully to impact on the game of football, but it is a factor to be taken into consideration. Plenty of other factors, of course, principally each side's concern for the strengths of the other. Certainly this is a very, very impressive venue, quite a sight to behold. Bologna have won 2 of 2 so far, promising early signs. De Silvestri. De Silvestri goes looking. Up towards the front line. Antonio.
Well, neither team has yet managed to impose any authority, and as a consequence, this game's just drifted.
He's making good use of his strength there, just refuses to be out-muscled. And that has been cleared. Badel. That's a foul. Simple decision for the referee. And the defence can get it clear. And it's played forward. And he's there to clear it. De Silvestri.
There's a lot of movement up front.
Yeah, I have noticed that those front players are working very hard, dropping deeper.
Yeah, and I just think it keeps the opposition off guard with so much switching of position. Keeping shape is much harder.
And that has been clubbed away. Badel plays it forward. And he just whacks it away. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Badel. What a ball this has turned out to be. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. And there is the half-time whistle. So neither team has broken through, but certainly not for the want of trying. It's been an interesting game up to now, but still goalless. How would you review the first half?
Well, they look lost for ideas and lacking in talent, which all contributes to a chronic case of impotence.
Interesting half, just missing goals, so don't be surprised if the second half brings a change to the scoreline at the break, 0-0. We're promptly into the second 45 minutes. 0-0 then, and we're back underway. Badel tries to get it forward quickly, done very well to intervene. Tries to locate someone up front. He's having a look round. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Genoa, whose manager came in for a bit of flack after their previous result.
Look, some of the scrutiny is a bit over the top these days, and you're damned if you do and damned if you don't. But he really didn't help himself. His decision-making was puzzling, to say the least.
Forward it goes. Hoists it forward. He's made sure that that won't get through. Forward it goes. And that has been cleared. Strootman plays it over to the other flank. Bologna have it back and they can go again. Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. Looks to bypass the midfield. Tries to get it forward quickly. And it's played forward. Questions were asked, but he's given the answers.
They're playing as if time is on their side when it's fast running out. They've got to quicken this up.
Strootman.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance.
And the referee brings it to a close. Well, it looked 0-0 from a fair way out. Little craft or guile or penetration. Defence is largely untroubled. It's goalless. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim? Well, whatever time of day or night it is with you, welcome along to a game which is threatened, I have to tell you, by a rather forbidding weather forecast. The expectation is for quite heavy rain as the game grows older this evening. It hasn't arrived just yet, but it will do shortly. Glad to report, though, that that hasn't affected the crowd, who are here in good number and indeed in good voice. And the game will be underway very soon. And this must be amongst the favoured arenas of supporters all over the world. It really does have a very special feel to it. Well, a quick look at the opposition, and results really have not been good for them at all just recently. They haven't won at all in the last three.
Testing times lie ahead, Peter. The problem is that it's hard to draw on any positive at the moment, even though they'll claim that they're not quite getting the breaks just now. Lady Luck has seemingly turned her back on them and shunned their calls for help. If they have more to them than we've been seeing, then it has to emerge here. They understand the consequences if that does not happen.
The action has already started. Who do you, Jim, see making a difference here?
Yeah, Diego Godin. A strong, powerful centre-back who makes great use of his...
Great leap! Oh, just couldn't turn it in.
Cagliari can defend those situations better by stopping the crosser at source.
And it's played forward. And he's on a charge. Goalkeeper's ball. Mattel. Forward it goes. Dykes. And he just whacks it away. Hit into the middle. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. So neither team has broken through, but certainly not for the want of trying. It's been an interesting game up to now, but still goalless. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Unspectacular, but solid, and that solidity could yet be the foundation for them to go on and win.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. So we're already into the second period.
Bologna playing well with lots of opportunities and plenty positives to take from the first half. Despite this scoreline, converting chances would make a world of difference for them.
Pavoletti. Rugani. Rugani gets it forward.
That's just very well played. He can't hurt you with his back to goal, and he didn't go for the back heel.
Tries to get it forward quickly. It's a long ball, but it's not hit its target. Well, that's where he wants it. Clavan does well to read it and intercepts. Nainggolan. And it's Pavoletti. Very few chances to talk of, Jim. Defence is, it seems, on top here.
Well, I think it's a fair reflection on what we've seen so far. Neither side has produced that many efforts at goal simply because respective defences have been strong.
Sansone. Hoists it forward.
Bologna merit full marks for their attitude and application in trying to win this. It means an awful lot, obviously.
Tries to get it forward quickly. He gets past his man.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
He's made sure that that won't get through. Dykes.
Going nowhere fast is about the only way I can describe this. They've just got to be busier.
Great run this, he's covered quite a distance. Here's the chance to cross. And the referee brings it to a close. Well, a frustrating game for attackers on either side. They hardly had a sniff. Defence is broadly in charge, and it has finished goalless. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Well, a decent draw, Peter, with a good mix of action and plenty of talking points, and it ended with the right result, in my opinion.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. Well, what a lovely, lovely day. Absolutely glorious weather here as we welcome you to a football match of considerable significance, great consequence in this part of the world. They've been talking about this one for a while and they have rolled up to it in fantastic numbers. You should have seen the roads outside the ground in the hour or two leading up to it. It has been bumper to bumper, the traffic has been extraordinary, but the level of expectation is also very, very high. And these supporters who were queuing round the block for their tickets as soon as we knew the date of the fixture, well, now they can't wait for it to begin. And begin it will any second now. So what a stage for the players to take to here ahead of such an important game. The action has already started. Done very well to intervene.
Atalanta have stated their intent in no uncertain terms. They really are going at this full tilt.
Atalanta are playing with a pleasing width here.
Especially that front line.
Is it working for you?
It's not movement for the sake of it, and yes, it is working for me. There's a purpose to create space.
Hoists it forward.
Well, the fact that we haven't had an attempt on goal is becoming an embarrassing reflection on these teams.
De Roon. And here's Muriel. Plays it over to the other flank. So who's he picking out? And it's played forward. Sansone. And that has been clubbed away. And now the breakaway. Hasabur. And that'll be the last act of the first half. So both sides have drawn blanks. They have toiled at times, but it's not been a bad game by any means. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, they look lost for ideas and lacking in talent, which all contributes to a chronic case of impotence.
An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0. And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Bologna can be very glad that half-time came when it did. Poor possession and very little firepower means they need a serious pickup in this second half. No guts, no glory.
Over to the left. He's got options out wide. There's no flag. Antonio! That's a half-decent try.
Well, to put it this way, he's probably made better decisions.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. Atalanta come into this match following a triumph for the boss last time.
Look, to alter the intended game plan was a daring move on the manager's part. It wasn't quite working for him, and he accepted his mistake. And I think what followed merits a lot of praise.
Cut out in the nick of time. Atalanta have it back and they can go again. And that is as far as they're going to go. Goes long. Chance to squeeze it through. No, not quite. Well, he acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Oh, that just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
Tries to locate someone up front. Oh no, that's not the ball he wanted. Very few chances to talk of, Jim. Defence is, it seems, on top here. He's not played the ball, that's a foul. Ball through needs to be good here.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Pass needed to be better than that, and he knows it. Keeper sends it forward. Forward it goes. And it's hoisted clear. And that's been won straight back. Antonio. Driving on now. Big chance!
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
And that is that. Well, a frustrating game for attackers on either side. They hardly had a sniff. Defence is broadly in charge, and it has finished goalless. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Bologna can take a lot from this. They were expected to be well beaten, but determination produced a very fair result.
Well, thanks for your company, Jim, and a very good day to you. Well, good evening to you, and welcome on this most perfect evening for a game of football. Conditions are absolutely splendid, and the folk of this town have come out in their droves for this match. Why wouldn't they? It is an ideal circumstance for what could be an ideal game. Everybody has been attracted to it. It has been the talk of the town, and the buses have been packed, double-decker buses lining up outside. Coaches have carried thousands of away supporters here too, and all of it adds up to make a terrific, a crackling atmosphere. The match, I think, will be quite a spectacle. Certainly this is a very, very impressive venue, quite a sight to behold. Sampdoria have been going through a pretty rough time of late. It is safe to say that their form coming into this game is not good at all.
Testing times lie ahead, Peter. The problem is that it's hard to draw on any positive at the moment, even though they'll claim that they're not quite getting the breaks just now. Lady Luck has seemingly turned her back on them and shunned their calls for help. If they have more to them than we've been seeing, then it has to emerge here. They understand the consequences if that does not happen.
The action has already started. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
I'm going to go for Antonio Candreva, because he brings a dynamism to proceedings, fast and direct. He'll engage his fullback in a sprint or two, and he can whip in pacey crosses. Not the kind to stand off and allow him to shoot either, because he...
Chance! That's been drilled forward. Tries to get it forward quickly. That's a brilliant interception.
Just to point out, Peter, that the fullbacks are quite high.
And what are they trying to achieve?
Well, it's obviously a move to push the opposition wide men back and give them more to think about.
Hoists it forward. Well positioned to make that interception. Tonelli. And it's played forward. Keita spreads it towards the left. That is terrific skill. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. And it's hoisted clear. Tonelli. Mattel. Forward it goes. And we've reached half-time. So both sides have drawn blanks. They have toiled at times, but it's not been a bad game by any means. So your views on the first half?
Yeah, the scoreline doesn't tell the whole story, as one side has been significantly better, at least defensively.
An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0. So off we go once more. 0-0 then, and we're back underway. He's making good use of his strength there, just refuses to be out-muscled.
Yeah, it looks like a change of approach, and it may just freshen things up.
And here's Candreva. Quagliarella. Oh, he's found him in space. Has a hit! Oh, shame, that was nicely worked.
Well, there are a few pockets of space that are being exploited, and they need filling, and fast.
Ball driven towards the far post. Tries to get it clear. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Bologna are the epitome of solidity. They've not conceded in 5 games. Keita. Gets it back. De Silvestri goes looking. Brings it forward. And that's a goal kick. Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. And it's played forward. He's made sure that that won't get through. And here's Candreva. Plenty waiting in the middle. And the finish! Back of the net! Finally the breakthrough! Oh, high-quality goal, lovely first touch, sumptuous second. So there's going to be another change here.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious as to who was going to be taken off. His energy levels began to sag, and he was never going to last until the final whistle.
Sampdoria take the lead, 1-0.
Look, I just think they've kept at it and got their reward. Now they need to hang on to it.
Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Hoists it forward. And there goes the final whistle. Bologna have fallen short on the day. They're going to need to bounce back from this. Your reflections then, Jim?
Bologna simply forgot to turn up with an attack, Peter, and that lack of cutting edge could possibly turn into something more serious for them.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. Well, whatever time of day or night it is with you, welcome along to a game which is threatened, I have to tell you, by a rather forbidding weather forecast. The expectation is for quite heavy rain as the game grows older this evening. It hasn't arrived just yet, but it will do shortly. Glad to report, though, that that hasn't affected the crowd, who are here in good number and indeed in good voice. And the game will be underway very soon. Certainly this is a very, very impressive venue, quite a sight to behold. Well, as you can see, we've already started here. Forward it goes.
That's just very well played. He can't hurt you with his back to goal, and he didn't go for the back heel.
Foot in. And that's put paid to a promising move. Medel. Tries to get it forward quickly. Glick sends it forward. Hoists it forward. Well, that's where he wants it. And it's been taken straight back. He's got options out wide. Beautifully executed. Ball swung in. And it's played forward. And here's the chance to counter. Tries to get it forward quickly. Iago Falque. Antonio. Brought forward. What does he try from here? Sansone. And through to the goalkeeper. Still waiting for the first goal. Shot at goal! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Well, he doesn't need a second invitation, even from that range.
Forward it goes. Medel drives it forward. And the finish! And that's off target.
Yeah, on another occasion, all that went wrong may come right.
Hoists it forward. Good challenge, he just stood firm. And the half-time whistle goes. So both sides have drawn blanks. They have toiled at times, but it's not been a bad game by any means. So there was the first half.
Bologna really did turn up the tempo at the end of the half, and while they'll be disappointed not to have broken through, obviously, the chances will come, provided they can keep producing good spells. It's been a half with significantly more positives than negatives.
Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. And the shot! Just off target.
A more than decent attempt, Peter.
And it's played forward. Oh, good interception. Sansone. Antonio. 0-0 still. It's a game that needs a bit of life injected. Plays it out to the flank. Medel gets it back. Played out to the right. Battles to win it back. Well, that's one way of trying to make things happen. There's a few who could follow that example. Looks to clip it forward. Has he found his man? Good idea, just poorly executed. A real chance to break. And the big chance! Just brushed off the ball there. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. And that's been levered clear. A really good feat.
It's intriguingly poised for me, and players are thinking, well, should we stay or should we go? I'd like to think fortune favours the brave, and I'm urging them to be bold and go for it.
Whistle's gone, and they've got themselves a free kick. Cleared away. It's gone out for a throw-in.
Well, he's worked so hard for his side, as you would expect, but you couldn't help notice that he was starting to labour a bit, so it's no surprise.
A long ball, but not especially accurate. Dykes. And that is that. Bologna have been held at home. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Listen, the more this game went on, a draw was always likely to be on the card. So overall, I don't think anyone will be complaining too much about what they've got.
Well, good day to you wherever you are. You join us on a day where the weather just may have an impact on a football match that has been much anticipated. It's dry at the moment, but the forecast is that it will be wet, perhaps very wet by the time the game is underway, and certainly by the time of the second half. The crowd, though, are here, and they are in good form. There's a right old cacophony going on. The atmosphere's terrific, and kick-off is moments away. Well, this really is a great venue. It adds so much character to every game it stages. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Bologna arrive here having drawn the... Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. It's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Away from immediate danger. He's got it on the right now. What's on? He's left his man. Going for goal! Oh, it's gone in! And they have an aggregate lead.
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they've perfected that on the training ground, because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. That was all very well drilled.
Bologna take the lead, landing the first significant blow in what is certainly a significant contest. Benevento, disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. He's gone for it! It's in! And they're at it again, in double quick time!
Yeah, looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Hoists it forward, cuts it out. Defence has got rid of that. Forward it goes. And the finish! Had a swing, but it wasn't to be.
Yeah, quick thinking and the right choice for me, but that was difficult to get right.
Is that a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. And it's Lapadula. Lapadula. They've managed to get it away. It's come loose. He's making good use of his strength there. Iago Falque! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Iago Falque really drove at the heart of that defence. Incisive, quick, but not clinical.
Gets it back. Tries to get it forward quickly. And we've reached half-time. Some first-half thoughts?
Well, they had their opponents reeling in that half, Peter, and the break may influence a change somehow, but don't hold me to it.
Bologna in control at half-time, 2-0. So we're just settling back into this second half. No reported change to either side during the break. And it's played forward. Gone back to the keeper. Forward it goes. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Tries to get it forward quickly.
They're actually not getting too tight, which is interesting.
No.
It's probably cautionary. Don't dive in, try to pinch it or intercept so nobody can get in behind.
Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change. Iago Falque. And here's Iago Falque. There's no flag. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Well, the defence got the better of him this time, but I'm sure he'll go again. Hoists it forward. Antonio. Forward it goes. Yeah, it's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. Ball through needs to be good here. And now the breakaway. And it's Lapadula. To Silvestri. Quick ball forward. And he's straight offside. Just brushed off the ball there. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Bologna are through. They have the look of a team that fancies going all the way this time. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
There's a solidity about them, almost as if they set up not to lose and see how things unfold. That eases the pressure on the strikers, who can afford to be patient, and it's all paid off.